All right, Thursday night game was in the books, man. The Chargers, Vikings, 37-10 Vikings. Without going any further. Doc, I'm turning this over to you, man. Because I want to find out from you as a Vikings fan. What did you see? Like what did you see? What what improvements or where do you feel you guys are at this point in time, and what needs to happen? I got some opinions, I got some things, but I want to hear from you first, man. So what was your take on this game?
Thank you. So first off, I'm wearing the black for a reason. I am in a state of mourning because it is never good when your team is on national TV and don't really show up for the game, right? So a few thoughts. One, I'm gonna quote the late Jim Morris Sr. We couldn't run the ball, we couldn't pass the ball, we did diddly poo on offense. When you got like 34 yards rushing total in the game, and the quarterbacks combined throw for 130. It's not good. And I'm going to sit there for a little bit, and then I'll go to the defensive part. And hats off to the Chargers. They played a great game. So let me not take anything away from the Chargers. They played a really good game. So one, we are on our third string center. So I think there's some protections that just aren't happening the way they should, because you may have a really good backup, but your third string is typically a third stringer for a reason, and the first two centers are like on IR. I think that may even be why they've been a little hesitant to put McCarthy in, because with the third string, that center isn't going to be the one helping out the, in essence, rookie quarterback with line calls, protection, stuff like that. So at least the seasoned veteran Carson Wentz has a better idea of what to do, how to slide protections, etc., etc. Second of all, I would love for Carson Wentz to have played better, but that dude left it all out on the field because he was getting beat up bad. That shoulder was hurting him, and he was staying in the game, just gritting it out. So for the Anthony Richardson in the world who be tapping out, yeah, Carson Wentz, he got carried out on his shield like a true warrior. I gotta at least give him respect for him staying in there as long as he did, taking the punishment he did with the sore shoulder he had. I'm not sure the offense is gonna get better. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because we couldn't run the ball and we were under duress with the pass rush throughout the game. I think McCarthy can probably make some plays that Carson Wentz can, but for the 8 quarters we've seen Carson Wentz, JJ McCarthy, he only looked good for like 1 quarter. So I don't, if we can get that JJ McCarthy, great. But the other 7 quarters, it's going to be like what we saw with Carson Wentz, if not worse. And so I'm hoping when he does start, it's that the good JJ McCarthy and not the trying to process stuff JJ McCarthy. The defense is starting to worry me just a little bit. And the reason why I say that is, this is the 3rd year of Brian Flores's University of Pittsburgh style deceptive, you don't know where it's coming from defense, where you got some smart guys playing a secondary and it looks like zone, but it's man. It looks like man, but it's zone. You don't know what's going on. But there's now a good 40 weeks of tape on that defense, right? And it is still going to be a really good defense against quarterbacks who don't know what they're doing. But now that threshold keeps on dropping a little bit more, where there's more and more tape on it, where if you have a good quarterback, like Justin Herbert, and you're able to run the ball like they were doing, it nullifies a lot of what that defense does. And so it's just now a decent defense, not bad, decent defense. But then when your offense isn't doing well either, it can't compensate for it enough. Against a rookie quarterback who doesn't know what's going on, it's going to be really good. Against a team where they can't run the ball, so it's going to be 3rd and longs, it's going to be really good. But against a team that can run the ball, or a team with a good veteran quarterback, the deception and the confusion doesn't really happen. And so I think that's the thing with the defense. I think it's still a good defense. I like the defense that we play, but against a team like this, when they're clicking, and then our offense isn't helping the defense out because the offense isn't moving the ball at all. Like, the Chargers did not punt, right? That's never bodes well when the other team didn't punt at all the entire game. So yeah, man, I think overall it's like we did not represent ourselves well on Thursday Night Football. I think we're hoping that when McCarthy comes back, we get a pseudo Jackson Dart like infusion into the offense that'll then trickle over into the defense. And I'm still happy with us having moved on from Sam Darnold. But I do think there's this question of, hey, you just kind of presumed y'all was going to make it to the playoffs no matter what quarterback y'all had. And now, especially with the way Chicago's playing and some teams that didn't really seem to be legitimate playoff threats that are doing some decent things in the NFC. You know, the Vikings are now last place in the NFC North, and you got to wonder if we're going to make the playoffs versus making noise in the playoffs. And there's still a decent amount of football left to play, but the question has to be asked because we're almost at the midway point now. And, you know, we had our bye, we're 3-4. And so we got to see what happens and if this thing gets turned around.
Yeah. I think the Vikings, you could probably use them as the poster child for when a team is built from the outside in instead of the inside out, right? They have really, really good skill positions, skill players, receivers, even on the defensive side with the DBs, a lot of playmakers. But on both sides of the ball, they are getting beat at the line of scrimmage, especially on the interior, both sides, offense and defense. On the offensive side, I think the leading rusher was, he scored, like he had 16 yards off of two carries. And it wasn't Aaron Jones and it wasn't Jordan Mason. It was the third string guy, right? He outrushed those two off of two carries. And then on the other side of the ball, the Chargers' third string running back went for over 100 yards and a touchdown. Beat out. So when you're getting beat like that from the inside, from the line of scrimmage, it's going to really be hard to remedy that during the season. I don't care who the quarterback is. I think Wentz, he's under duress every snap. When you watch that game, as soon as he snaps the ball, guys are there. He has no chance. So I don't think J.J. McCarthy could fix this, will help fix this. Even if you had Sam Darnold, I think it would be pretty much the same thing. I think it's going to be very, like, going through the rest of the season, it's going to be you're going to have to be very sophisticated with how you kind of scheme some plays on the offensive side to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. But it's only going to take you so far if you can't run the ball. And then again, on the defensive side, you can't mask deficiencies when you can't stop the run. So with Flores and his scheme, that bodes well for when you know that team is pass dependent. When they have to pass the ball, you're dependent on your offense to get ahead. And once that offense is ahead, that's when you see Brian Flores' defense come into its fullness. But when you're behind, you're gonna get eaten up. I'm looking at this as get through the season. Maybe you're not gonna have the season that you want. Maybe you do, but it doesn't look like you will. In the off season, this is an easy fix, right? Especially if you get high draft picks or you have some bandwidth on with your salary cap. You fix that interior line on both sides, you have a big reverse in fortune come next season. But for this season, yeah, you're gonna have to you have to be very smart with how you scheme for the rest of the.
Yeah. I say if you are going to lose games, lose them with J.J. McCarthy. Because Carson Wentz, look, you're not going to get anything better, anything else with Carson Wentz. You guys already talked about the line, right? And you're on your third string center. You got stuff going on in the line. Carson Wentz, it's not going to get any better. I saw it. Don't get me wrong. It looks like he was from the last game. It looks like he kind of flipped the script. Or somebody told him, O'Connell must have told him, hey, you need to go to Justin Jefferson more. So it looks like that kind of flipped because he was going to Justin Jefferson a lot more, which should have been happening anyway. And so it looks like he was consciously trying to follow the game plan on what they had set up to happen. I agree with you guys. He was under duress so much. I mean, guys was just coming wide open. I mean, They was just coming at him. And then when he did get the ball off, he was getting slammed to the ground. And again, when Carson Wentz is playing like that, he's gonna do some not smart things. Now, I'm not saying it's his fault, but that's just the type of player he is. He is going to just throw the ball. He's just gonna throw it. It was one where he was getting sacked, coming down on his knees, and then he throws the ball. I mean, why, Carson? Why? Don't do that. Then there was another one where he was under duress, and he throws that pick, throws that interception, overshoots the receiver, and throws the pick. In these scenarios like this, we know you got line issues. Don't get me wrong. However, if you keep Carson Wentz in the game or for the rest of the season, you're going to get what you're going to get. And it's not, this is what you're going to get. And this is why Carson Wentz has been going from team to team to team to team. I think you even have even if you have a solid line, if you put pressure on Carson Wentz, he is going to crumble. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can put pressure on any quarterback, but some quarterbacks know how to. Carson is just going to make these silly mistakes trying to make something happen, and that's his MO. And I say, I don't know when JJ McCarthy is going to be ready. You don't want to get him killed, right, with the line or whatnot. However, I'm saying just go with the rook. Go with the rook. If we're gonna go through some lumps, and with the rook, let's put him in, and let's just get him in the game, and let's figure it out. Let's figure it out, and just go from here. He has, like you said, Doc, half the season is already gone, so you got another half to go, and just ride with JJ McCarthy. Let's see what we could salvage out of this season. See if we could get to the playoffs, get close to the playoffs, or what have you, and let's make some adjustments, and then we rolling into next year. But Carson Wentz is even as a stopgap. We've, at least for me, I don't know about you, Doc, but we've seen enough. We've seen it.
Okay. No, man. So besides that, Eagles just like a Carson Wentz. The thing that gets me
That's what it was.
Yeah. No, the thing that gets me is with JJ McCarthy, and let me go to someone else to set the stage. Joe Burrow is a really good quarterback, and folks don't call him injury prone, but he's missed some time, right? When you look at JJ McCarthy, we've had that man now for 24 games, and he's played in 2. He's missed 22 because of injury. Now, one was, knee injury, missed the whole season. He plays 2 games, high ankle sprain, missed the next 5. And now it's like, hey, do we put him into the fire again with the line less able to protect him than it did before and risk him getting hurt again? But it's football. At some point, you got to, right? And so, Max Brosmer is the 3rd string. Well, I guess technically now the backup, but where he actually played last season, I think, University of Minnesota. And I think it's hey, I agree with you. It's a tough situation because you're kind of darned if you do and darned if you don't. But when he's healthy, I think you got to put him in, see what he can do. Maybe Max has to play or gets a chance to play if something happens to JJ and he has to spend some time again. But like, I'm not calling McCarthy injury prone, but he's one more injury away from that moniker starting to be on him, because it's like we've seen very little for all the potential he has. And I don't recall this happening at University of Michigan. So I don't know how that's changed or what's been going on. But I think this is the best we're going to get from Carson Wentz. I don't think it's going to get a whole level better, so.
So we'll see what happens with your Vikings and what moves you guys make. But the defense, I'll just make this last point. The defense, I feel like Lee was saying, or maybe you were saying it, one of you guys were saying it, but it's the film. If you are ahead, the Flores defense works.
Yeah, that was yeah.
That was you, Lee. So it
I agree.
You can't. It's just not going to happen if you behind.
And then on top of that, 11 total rushing attempts is not
Yeah.
a recipe for success, right? You have to run the ball more than 11 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tough game, Doc. But
Yeah, man.
you know, hey, we all experienced it. We all experienced it on a Thursday night.
Welcome to the club. Yeah.
The Thursday Lost Club. I got you.
The Thursday Night Lost Club. Yeah.
Yes. All right, so let's move into these games, these picks for the week. I'm going to jump in first with the Miami Dolphins, 1-6 Miami Dolphins, traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons, 3-3 Falcons. Two helter-skelter teams. You don't know who you're going to get. I've been talking to a lot of Falcons fans, and they're confused, man. They are confused. They don't know what to think. They don't know who they're going to get from week to week. But in this matchup, it has to be. No, let me rewind it. Let me rewind this.
Don't do it.
Let me rewind this.
Don't do it.
Because I did say that I would never, ever
pick
the Falcons again.
Right.
I did say that.
You did say that.
But they playing the Dolphins. They playing the Dolphins, man. There's no way. I said I would never pick the Falcons again, but they playing the Dolphins. So I will make it. I'm putting. This is an asterisk. This is an asterisk game. So I'm going with the Dolphins, man. I'm going with the Dolphins in this game. I just don't trust Atlanta. I was going to pick Atlanta, but I remind you guys, was reminded that I would never pick them ever again. I'm going with the Dolphins in this game.
So no way. There's no way you're going. Even now, you're not going to go. Okay.
Can't do it.
So yeah, I you don't know which Atlanta you're going to get, right? And like when the Atlanta offense is doing what it could do and has done in the past, this would be a no-brainer. If you know that Atlanta Falcons team is showing up, I mean, they're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns, right? But we've seen them not show up, and it's like, what's going on? I would be a little bit more inclined to maybe give Miami a chance if this was in Miami. But I think them coming on the road, that extra 3 points you typically get from playing at home. Hopefully Tua doesn't throw another 3 picks.
Oh, that's going to happen.
And Atlanta has a good defense, so I'm going with Atlanta just based upon Atlanta's defense against the Dolphins offense. But there is more consternation than there should be, given what Atlanta has weapons-wise on offense. But I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Yeah, consternation aside. I mean, I agree with that. I just saw Miami, and I thought no-brainer, right? Miami's going to lose. But Atlanta always seems to break my heart. Every time I think they got a sure win, they let me down for every time. But the one thing about this particular matchup is that Miami has a very, very poor run defense. Horrible run defense. I think Dowdle ran for 200 yards on them. I think Bijan is going to have a big game against Miami. He's going to run all over them. And I think Miami's still going to win. Atlanta's going to do something to mess this up. They're going to do something to mess this up.
Man.
Yeah, they just show me time and time again.
The Atlanta distrust is real.
I don't trust that team. I have no trust in that team anymore. They always let me down. So I'm saying, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Then I'm going Miami.
I will say this, Lee. And this was going through my mind when I first looked at this game. They said, looking at stats wise, the Falcons play 20 points better at home. When they're on the road, they are a helter-skelter team. So I wanted to look at their schedule and see the 3 games that they did lose, were those all away games, and the 3 games that they win were those home games. And if that's the case, that's trending with who they are. Because I did hear a stat saying they play 20 points better at home. So, and even still, I'm not going to pick them. But, I just wanted to throw that out there just in case some Falcons fans was listening and, they wanted to throw some hate some kind of way.
I was about to say, you trying to play the under versus the over. With that
don't hate us. Hate the team.
Yeah,
the team is the one doing this.
Yeah, the team. It's the team.
Yeah, hate the team. But no, that's a good call out, Links. So is that the case? Are they all of these bad losses? Are these away games?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Looking it up right now.
It's a mix. So they hosted the Bucks and lost first game of the season.
Okay.
They beat the Vikings in Minnesota. They lost at the Panthers 30-0. Right. They beat the Commanders at home. They beat the Bills at home. And then they lost to the Niners. So like on the road, they've scored 20 points. Sorry, on the road, they scored 22 points, 0 points, 10 points. And at home, they've scored 20, 34, and 24. So they do put up more points at home, win or loss, than on the road.
You know what? I'll switch. I'm gonna pick the Falcons. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. I'm
Yeah,
gonna pick the Falcons.
I was sticking with the Dolphins though.
Yeah, do that. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick the Falcons. Watch what happens.
Yeah. All right, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Next game we got Chicago Bears 4-2 in Baltimore to face the Ravens. Is Lamar Jackson back? Is he going to be back?
Harbaugh's playing coy. He's not giving away intelligence.
Because I know he was practicing, so I don't know if he's going to be back.
He looks good from the clips that we see, and from his practices, he looks like he's uninhibited right now.
Yeah, I even with Lamar being back, it's shocking, but not shocking at the same time. I think I'm going with the Bears because the Bears defense has been stepping up of late, and really the Baltimore Ravens don't have that much of an identity. They just don't look good. They don't look all together. Lamar's been playing hero ball, getting injured, and he's doing all he can. If he plays, it's gonna be close. If he doesn't play, they get blown out. And so I'm going with the Bears in this matchup to go into Baltimore and get a win. I think the Bears rolling out there at 5-2, man.
So, yeah, I think Lamar is questionable, but I think a lot of folks expect him to play in this game, right? I think the question is, with Lamar back, does that mean Baltimore's back? How much better are they going to be with Lamar against the Bears, who are building something, for lack of a better word? If Lamar was not playing, it would be really, really easy to pick this one. But yeah, I don't like actually picking other NFC North teams, but I do think Chicago is going to come out of this game with a victory, a close one. But I think they're going to come out of this game with a victory, even if Lamar returns, because I don't think he's going to be Lamar. And so yeah, I'm going to pick Chicago.
Hey Doc, what's the line on this one?
They got Baltimore -7.5.
Yeah,
which makes me think Lamar won't play.
Yeah. So I think Lamar's going to play, but Lamar isn't really the full story for this with the Ravens. They got the linebacker. What's his name? Smith. Roquan Smith. So Roquan Smith is coming back, but even that's not the full story. Patrick Ricard, he's their fullback. Now, Derrick Henry, he runs well when they are in that 21 personnel, right? 2 running backs, one tight end. Ricard has been out all season. He hasn't played. He's had this calf injury, and so this is going to be his first game back. Okay. And so I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Derrick Henry this game. I think Derrick Henry is going to come to life now that they can kind of default back to their normal style of running with that lead fullback in front of him, which doesn't even really seem fair to tell you the truth. Like, why do you need anyway? But I think with that being said, this game just smells of like this upset. And it's kind of funny to say that, the Baltimore Ravens winning against anyone is an upset, but that's what this is that's what this is playing out to be. And even though the Bears on the offensive side, they seem to be forming this identity of run first, they're commanding the line of scrimmage, which is really good. DeAndre Swift, I think, is now coming to life as well. He's playing that Jahmyr Gibbs role in the offense. But I feel the Ravens are going to pull this one out, and I think the line is going to get messed up on this one. So anyone that's picking the Ravens, I think they're going to get a big payday.
All right. All right. In our next matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills 4-2 traveling to Carolina to play the Panthers. This is an interesting game. I just can't believe the Panthers are 4-3. It just doesn't seem like, I don't know. But this is an easy one for me. I do not see the Panthers winning this game. I think Josh Allen is going to. They're gonna write some stuff, get some stuff right. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's gonna be a pushover because I think Carolina plays really well at home. But I do have to give the nod to Buffalo Bills and Carolina Panthers. If the Buffalo Bills are expected to be this playoff team that is going to eventually push Kansas City or try to, in the postseason, then they cannot lose to the Carolina Panthers. So that's why I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in this matchup.
So the Bills have lost 2 in a row, right? To the Patriots and then to the Falcons. And there's no way they're gonna lose 3 in a row, right? And the Panthers, they've won 3 straight, but it was against the Dolphins, against the Cowboys, and they got one against the Jets, but that's more the Jets offense than the Jets defense. So there's no way they're gonna go 4 in a row and the Bills lose 3 in a row. Carolina gonna try to do something. I'm actually gonna go with Carolina. I think they're actually, if I hadn't seen them play, I mean, they got 13 points against the Jets defense, but the Jets actually got a decent defense. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina. I think Carolina's they're a 2-headed monster at the running back position. I think this is going to be interesting to see both teams trying to run the ball and who's going to run the ball more than the other one. But with Carolina being at home, I'm going to go with Carolina. So
yeah, Bills are 4-2, like Doc said, and it seems as if they're underperforming, which kind of scary, right? But Josh Allen, he's been playing pretty good this season, regardless. They still haven't really been clicking on all cylinders yet. I think they're taking this bye to kind of catch themselves and kind of figure out what's going on and kind of reinvent themselves and, going midstream in this season. The Panthers, Bryce Young hasn't practiced all week, so it seems as if he's not going to play this game. That being said, even if he does play, because he's hampered by an ankle injury, which is his mobility is a big part of his game due to him being undersized. So he has to be quick and elusive within the pocket. So if he's hampered even 10%, that's a big, big deterrent for me in terms of relying on him and that offense to be able to move the ball up and down the field. I think the Bills going to win.
Yeah, that's definitely one that I'll keep an eye on too, just to see how the teams win. But Bills losing two straight and then going 3 straight. I don't know. Yeah, in this next game, this one is easy. You have the New York Jets 0-7, the only 0-7 team playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. You have Joe Flacco there. They just, came up big with the big win. Cincinnati. You know what? Cincinnati is going to win this game. The Jets, unfortunately, are going to stay where they're at. Tyrod Taylor is going to start the game. Justin Fields is out. And, I just wanted to touch on this really quickly. I still believe in Justin Fields. Because when you look at it, when you see what Aaron Rodgers is doing now with the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? I know I call him old man, make fun of him, et cetera, et cetera. But look how he looked when he was with the Jets. Straight trash. They couldn't do anything, right? And then Justin Fields comes in there, and look how Justin Fields looks. This is not a coincidence. This is the Jets offense. I know they have new coaches, but on the offense, they are just not good. And they make quarterbacks look inept. And so I still believe in Justin Fields. I wanted to put that out there, that I still believe in him. And I think he just needs to, I know he just went there to New York. Something else has to happen. I don't know. But if they let him go at the end of the season or whatever, I think it'll be in his best interest to go somewhere else. But I can't go with the Jets to win this game. Obviously, they're going to be 0-8 after the Bengals defend their turf against the Jets coming into town. So the Jets are going to remain winless, and the Cincinnati Bengals win this game.
So what happens when a movable force goes against a resistible object? Because you got one team where the offense can't do nothing, and the other team where the defense can't stop nobody. And I don't know what happens when they collide, right? So, Tyrod Taylor's going to be starting instead of Justin Fields. And I was like, oh, that's going to be okay, well, things will surely be different. And I'm looking at Tyrod Taylor's stats compared to Justin Fields' stats. And it's like, 6 games versus 3 games or whatever, in terms of like amount of time he's played. He's on pace to have the exact same kind of stats that Justin Fields got. I mean, completion percentage, he actually throws for fewer yards per attempt. I think he's on a pace to maybe have 6 touchdowns versus Justin Fields 4, but he'd have 6 interceptions, and Justin Fields ain't turned the ball over, interception-wise. So offense-wise, I'm expecting the same old Jets. And the Bengals at least got Joe Flacco with those 2 number ones on the outside, and I don't think the Jets defense is going to be good enough to keep them from scoring some points. I'm not sure how many points the Jets offense is going to score, so I'm going with the Bengals on this one. And the Jets are going to end up being over.
Yeah, I'm going to Bengals too. Jets not going to win this game. Look, you said something about Fields, and you do make a good point, Lynx, about how Rodgers looked when he was with the Jets. And I don't think any quarterback has looked good with the Jets over the past, since Favre, maybe, right? But you have to take into account the team that Fields came from, which was the Steelers. And how's Aaron Rodgers looking now with the Steelers, right? Same OC. Yeah, he has DK Metcalf, but DK Metcalf, he is not getting a ton of balls thrown his way, right? So,
yeah, George Pickens.
I don't know. He had George Pickens, and look at George Pickens now with Dak. Good point. Thanks, Doc. So, I don't know, man. Like, I'm starting, my faith in Fields is starting to wane a little bit. I do feel it is scheme and fit, like that's the cause of this. I no longer know where that fit is. Maybe it would have been somewhere where he was with a team like Baltimore, and the way Baltimore kind of groomed Lamar Jackson and got him acclimated from being this running quarterback with supreme scrambling ability and teaching him how to play the quarterback position. I think that's the kind of fit that he needs. I don't know where that is anymore right now. Like, I don't think there's any teams available that has an opening for him to come in and do that. So the window, I think, for him to be like this potential starting Pro Bowl caliber quarterback is closing, because Aaron Glenn, he believes in it. The owner doesn't believe in him anymore, but Aaron Glenn, at least at the beginning of the season, he was all in. So I think this might be his last effort, like his last chance. So we'll see. That being said, I'm going with definitely going with the Bengals, and I'm looking at this Jets schedule. I don't see a winnable game on this schedule, and then I realize November 3rd they do play the Falcons. So
they can get off this night. Yeah.
No, man. Real quick on Justin Fields. I think there were 3 head coaches in the league that would change the offense to fit his skill set and then use his skill set to the full advantage. I would have said Bill Belichick, but he's now at UNC.
Right.
And the 2 Harbaughs. But Jim is happy with Justin Herbert, so he cool, right?
And his backup is Trey Lance.
So if I were Justin Fields, if this ends up being his last year with the New York Jets, he needs to find his way to Baltimore and just be behind Lamar and sit and learn. Because I think that's the only place I could see in the league right now where they will teach him how to play that position while still allowing him to use his athletic ability and not force him to be a purely pocket passer. So,
can he go to Miami?
No.
Miami, no.
That's not McDonald's. And that's the reason I didn't say McVay, O'Connell, Kyle Shanahan.
Those are West Coast
I just don't
schemes.
see them doing it.
Yeah,
they're West Coast schemes, right? And West Coast that doesn't play to his strength.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, man. I believe in the young man. You know, maybe he could get with the right team. His management, and we'll see what happens for him. If the owner is off of you and making comments on ESPN and
leadership starts with
that's tough.
That's why this organization is the way it is, because the owner, that's what he does. He inserts himself. He says stupid things. Like, nobody really cares. Nobody cares.
Right.
Like, no one is really going out of their way to want to hear what Woody Johnson has to say. Nobody cares, but he wants to insert himself. He feels like his opinion of what happens on the football field is important, and it isn't. You're the owner. Just stay up there and be an owner. But it doesn't help the situation one bit. Being negative and not derogatory, but being negative and unproductive, right? Especially when things are going bad.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. All right. Next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers, who are 5-2, banged up all kind of ways. And they are going to Texans to visit Houston. Lee, I know you don't want to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to hear this.
But I don't want to hear.
The 49ers are going to win. 49ers are going to win this game. The Texans, they just don't look at the last game that I've seen. It's something with their O-line too. It's like, it's just atrocious. And so I don't see, and Robert Saleh has 49ers clicking on defense with guys, you know, that they coming off the practice squad. So, and he has the defense clicking and running good. I can't say much for the offense. Purdy's still not going to be back. So, yeah, regardless, the defense is playing well enough, and they're playing really, really good. And I think they just keep winning. Texans aren't there yet. You know, they're just not there. So I'm going with I'm definitely going with the 49ers in this one.
This gonna be quick. The Niners seem to do this next man up kind of thing. The Texans aren't gonna have Nico Collins or Christian Kirk. They're both been ruled out for the game on Sunday. Niners gonna win at Houston.
I'm not gonna pick. I just want to. I need to address.
No.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
This is a plea from me to, let me see, 30 other teams. So these are teams other than the 49ers and the Jets, right? You see what's happening with the Jets. You see how bad the Jets are right now. You have to understand it wasn't Saleh's fault, right? Somebody, anybody, if you need a coach, get Robert Saleh. Please hire him. Okay? He deserves a second chance. Right? He deserves a second chance. He deserves a second chance. Hire Robert Saleh, please. For the love of God, take him away from this team and give this man another chance to be. It's well deserved to be a head coach. There's no reason why he should be with the 49ers as a lowly defensive coordinator. Come on, man. Come on. He has way too much potential than that. Way too much.
Tennessee, maybe?
Tennessee, someone. Just get him. That being said, Houston's going to win this game.
You just can't do it, man. You just can't do it. Look, man, Doc did it. Man.
I picked Lynx. I picked them in the past. I picked them to win in the past.
You did.
Houston is due. Houston is due. This can't keep going on, man. 5-2. Come on. This can't keep happening. How they keep getting away with this? I don't know. This can't keep happening.
I hear you, man.
You're looking around at some point.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh man. Get Robert Saleh. That's the slogan, man.
Yeah, like that's
Saleh
the mandate. And I'm gonna push from here
Robert
on
Saleh
out
for head coach somewhere.
every week. I'm gonna say it. Robert Saleh needs to be a head coach somewhere
Yeah,
next season.
I got you. Well,
This a
Miami job
waste.
might be coming up open. So
This Miami.
yeah,
This a waste. This is a waste right now. Yeah. Vrabel got a second chance, for goodness sake.
yeah.
Right?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Things gonna happen. All right. So next game we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to New England to play the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. There's just no. I mean, Cleveland Browns definitely good defense. You know, Dylan Gabriel is still learning, and he's still trying to get there. And the Patriots are just riding high right now. They're looking good. They have the second coming at quarterback. They're believing. They're believing. This is Patriot land. They are believing. So I'm going with the Patriots in this game. I think the Patriots are going to really do a number on them. I'm looking forward to watching this game too, because I like the Browns defense. So I want to see how the Patriots work this one. So, but I'm picking the Patriots in this regard.
The line is 7.5. I'm surprised it's that low, to be honest. I know that Cleveland has a really good defense, but the Patriots offense is doing pretty well the last few weeks. It's you're starting to hear names and consistently that you just never thought was going to be household names.
Booty.
And I'm just not a big fan of. I don't believe in Dylan Gabriel. I'm glad he's getting a chance. We'll see what he can do, but I don't see Dylan Gabriel leading Cleveland into Foxborough and winning there. So I'm going with the Patriots on this one.
You think it's time yet? Yeah.
In my opinion,
yeah,
he should have been in. He should have been in. He should have been in.
Yeah.
Give him a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's time. But that being said, if it ain't time, then it's gonna be another time for them to lose. I'm gonna go with the Patriots as well. I'm not too like the offense is good because the quarterback has really taken a step. Drake May I think he's definitely up there now, top 15 quarterback minimum in the league. That's the way he's playing. The run game, I'm still not a big fan of it. Ramondre Stevenson, I think he fumbles way too much, and he's not consistent with his production week after week. And they're not going to be able to run the ball against this Cleveland Browns defense. If by some miracle, some chance, the offense starts to click just a little bit, Cleveland should win this game. But the three of us, I think we all agree the offense is just not where it should be, not even close. So, yeah, I think Patriots gonna win this one.
Yeah. And Lee, I know you said it was time, and I'll go out on a limb and tell you this, and I'll say this: if they would have put him in, if they would have put Shador in, I promise you'll see an offense clicking more than what Dylan Gabriel is playing. I think you will actually see something if you put him in, but I don't know I don't think they want to put him in, so I don't think he's going to play. I would really be interested to see what that offense looks like if Shador gets in the game. I would really want to see that.
I still don't understand why they dropped him. If they were going to do this,
I don't know either.
I was about to say, what do you guys think the end game is, or there was no end game in sight?
I have no idea.
That's the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. So let's see how that plays out. All right, next game. You got the New York Giants traveling to Philadelphia to play my Eagles. 2-5 Giants whooped up on us a couple Thursdays ago, and I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous because I know it's not going to be a drumming like it was last time, because our guys got something to prove. We got something to prove. We got some revenge we need to take out. However, we are without AJ Brown, with hamstring issue. And so, and our offensive line is banged up. We our center is out. One of our guards is out. And we got the center that's going to be in there. This dude is like a sieve. I mean, he let everything go through. So I'm kind of nervous. Saquon hasn't been able to get open. Those running lanes hadn't opened up, and they're going to stack the box again, especially knowing that AJ Brown isn't going to be playing. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous on this one. I don't expect us to lose the game because I think the sheer fact that you got on your back Super Bowl champs and there's no way you were going to let this team punk you again. And you at home? No way. And we wearing Kelly Green? No, can't happen. I don't see the Giants doing nothing in this game. And look, I'm nervous, but there's no way that we are going to lose to this team after they punked us out the way they did. We were soft, and we coming back. But with A.J. Brown out, it's going to make it a little bit closer than I want it to be. But, of course, my Eagles win. Fly, Eagles, fly. We win this game. But it's just going to be a little bit too tight for me with A.J. Brown being out.
So as soon as I saw the matchup, New York versus Philly, it's like, oh, yeah, Philly got this, right? And I was like, wait a second. But New York beat them. New York beat them last time. Jackson Dart's playing well. Scatterbo's doing well at the running back position. They got some new life in this team. Eagles aren't gonna have AJ Brown. Like, what's that gonna mean? Are you gonna actually be able to kind of stifle that offense? Because theoretically, you could try to take Devontae out and do what you can with Saquon, and Saquon just really hasn't gotten going. Maybe this is the game. We don't know. And it's like, it would just be like the Giants to be like up and then somehow like pooch it away at the end. Oh no, they did that last week. Okay, so they can't do that. They ain't do that twice in a row. So I'm going with the Giants. I saw Jackson Dart talking about going into Philly, and this dude, he ain't scared. He is not scared. He is. I think he actually cherishes that being the villain, being the bad guy. And it's impressive to see with a rookie that he's like he can't wait. He wants it. He wants to hear the boos and see how bad it is in the valley of the shadow of death. I think he's looking forward to it. So I'm going with the Giants on this.
Lynx, I'm a little bit disappointed in you, man. You buried the lead. You buried the lead. This ain't got nothing to do with AJ Brown. AJ Brown is out. It's okay. Right? You guys have been muddling this whole season, right? Barely winning some of these games. You're not cohesive. You're not gelling internally, right? Losing games that you shouldn't lose. Brandon Graham is tired of it. Brandon Graham said, look, I'm going to come out of retirement. I'm coming back, and I'm going to fix this myself. Fix it myself. So Brandon Graham is back. Y'all gonna win. Y'all are gonna win. You got your leader back. He said, look, sick and he got off the couch. He was watching this happening in real time. He's like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Hold my bill.
He called, hey, Howie, get my jersey. I coming in. Right? So You got your boy back. And I think, if I remember correctly, Jalen Carter didn't play against the Giants. He's back as well.
He's back. Absolutely.
And Eagles got this.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham back, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Brandon
Graham back.
EG. Yeah. You know what? You make a good point there, man. I totally forgot. How could I forget this? That Jalen Carter was not in this game.
Right.
Scatterboo. Come on, Scatterboo. Come on. Yeah. I forgot Jalen Carter didn't play that last game. I totally forgot that. Yes. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for reminding me about that, man.
You ain't got nothing to be scared for, man. Wait, don't be scared.
Jalen Carter. Boy, I want Scatter. Come on, Scatter. Come on. I can't wait for this week. This is going to be good. So, yeah. I got you, man. That's good.
Don't let Brandon Graham actually play in this game. I think he may need a week or two to get acclimated, but if he play in this game.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to play. I think they got him listed as out. But just his presence in the locker room, his he's that high energy kind of guy. Rah-rah team guy, talk a lot kind of, and that kind of thing, and change the atmosphere of the team. So it's good having BG back in the locker room. So let's see what that does. So all right, now let's move to the to the later games. We got the Buccaneers going to New Orleans to play the Saints. The Buccaneers are 5-2, one of the leaders in the NFC, and the Saints are 1-6. They're struggling to win games in Kellen Moore's first season with the team. So they're still going through their lumps. Again, I always said this as we were going along. The New Orleans, they're old and they're older, and they need to get younger, and Kellen Moore needs to get his draft picks in there and get things rolling and stuff like that. So they're just going through the motions right now, trying to see what's going to happen there. Again, this is a division game. Division games are always tight. Things can happen. So, however, Baker Mayfield is not going to lose 2 games in a row, and they are absolutely not going to lose to the New Orleans Saints. So I'm picking the Buccaneers to win this one going away.
So, yeah, I mean, Evans is out. So, but I mean, Ibuku been balling without Evans before. So I think I still have faith in Kellen Moore on what he's going to do in New Orleans, but it ain't happening right now. Spencer Rattler has his moments, but yeah, I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think despite the loss of Evans, Tampa Bay is gonna put up enough points to out. I'll call it outduel. I don't think it's gonna be a great defenses on either side, but yeah, I say Tampa Bay coming with a victory at New Orleans.
Yeah, like you said, Evans is out. Godwin is out too. Buka's going to be carrying the torch by himself. I never thought the day would come where I would say this, but in Baker I trust, right? I think Baker's just the way that he's been playing, not just this year, but just consistently the past 2.5 seasons. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I think Kellen Moore, to your point, Lynx, this isn't his team yet. Like, these aren't his guys. So he hasn't really been able to put in his philosophy, or he's putting in his philosophy, but it's with guys who doesn't really fit the philosophy just yet. So he's still working through that. Tampa Bay's still clicking, and so I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay on this one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. In this next one, you got the Cowboys traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. Dak and the offense, they're gonna put up some points, man. They look good on offense. They're gonna put them up, but their defense can't stop anybody. And Bo Nix, surprisingly, he's playing. I mean, he's playing. He's playing like how Sean Payton wants him to play.
Yeah.
And and when he's not calling out Russell Wilson in the in the media and starting a feud again.
Yeah, man, petty.
He is very petty, man. Very petty.
Yeah.
If I was going with the pettiness, I would say that the Cowboys going to win this game, but I don't believe in the Cowboys. Cowboys not going to win this game. I'm going with that.
I look forward to this game to see Patrick Surtain covering either CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens and that battle. I think whichever one, that's going to be fun to watch. But the Cowboys have the other person, and what's the dude's name? Like Riley Moss. Whoever Riley Moss got to cover, that's not good news for Riley Moss. As the other starting corner. Got a good defense going against a good offense. I think this is a tough one because it's in Denver, and Denver's offense does its best to not beat itself. Bo Nix typically gets to turn the ball over, and that Cowboys defense is still trying to figure out how to stop something, whether it's run or the pass. I'm in Dallas. I think if Dallas actually wants to say they trying to do something, which actually means like make the playoffs and have a chance to win a game in the playoffs, they got to beat Denver at Denver. Now I'm going Denver. I just couldn't quite get it out of my mouth. I'm going with Denver with this one. So sorry, Cowboy Nation. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, he too petty, man. He too petty. I'm going Cowboys. I'm going Cowboys.
Just for the pettiness.
Just for the pettiness.
Yeah,
I'm going Cowboys.
Yeah.
Grown man. Yeah.
I feel you.
I didn't mean any disrespect. Yes, you did. Don't lie.
You did.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yes. He came out later
Okay.
saying he meant no disrespect to, but you know what I mean, to offend Russell Wilson at all.
Stop.
Get out of here.
Stop. How do you go? How do you go a whole season? This dude's not even on your team. He don't even
Team
have nothing
anymore.
to do with you anymore. How that even come out of your mouth, man? That
Yep.
means he's living.
Rent free.
It's up here. Yeah, it's up here.
Rent free. Yeah.
Why you gotta mess with this man? Just leave him alone. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah. Anyway, I just can't pick the Cowboys. So, all right. And this next game, this one is easy. This is gonna be quick for me. The Tennessee Titans 1-6 visiting the Indianapolis Colts. They are playing in Indianapolis. The Colts win this game. I really don't even have anything else to say.
It's a divisional matchup, and that's the only thing going for it. Yeah, Indianapolis is going to win this one. So
I hear Chris Berman in my head. This is why you play the game. It's just ringing in my head. But the Colts still gonna win.
Yeah.
I got the Colts. But I swear, man, if Tennessee wins this game,
if they win this game, if they win this game,
yeah, I got the Colts.
Yeah. All right. Sunday night game. We got the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. They're calling this the revenge game for Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers said, hey, look, I want to retire a Green Bay Packer when I retire. I still have a great relationship with the guys over there. This is not a revenge game for me. You know, I'm a Steeler. We're playing, you know, it's going to be in Pittsburgh. And Aaron Rodgers said, this is not a revenge game. You lied. You lied. This is a revenge game. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. You want to beat them. Come on, man. Stop this. That was just straight. I mean, how could you lie like that? But I mean, anyway, Aaron Rodgers know he wants to go in there and he wants to beat Green Bay so he could rub it in and he could say, here you go. Take this. Yes. Come on, man. Stop all that lying, man. Anybody can see through that. Stop it. So anyway, with that being said, Jordan Love to me just isn't like what they're 4-1-1, right? And I've been saying this. Green Bay, it's just something. It's something. Something is the formula, right? Isn't there for me. And so I'm going with old man and the Steelers revenge game. He's going to get his revenge against Green Bay, and he's going to win this game. Pittsburgh's going to win this game. I'm picking.
We were talking about petty people. And we've been talking about folks who got like moxie, right? You know, Ricky Dowdle calling out the Cowboys and then putting up 200 yards on the Cowboys. Baker throughout the season, Baker still be talking smack and backing it up. When they're trying to make this the Aaron Rodgers revenge game, and he's like, no, I've got nothing but respect for the Packers organization. I still have great contacts there. You know, when I retire, I'm gonna retire a Packer. It's like, yeah, this dude gonna lay something on Green Bay real good. So yeah. Plus, it makes me feel good that Green Bay would lose, but it's knowing. When the dude who usually tries to find any and everything to motivate him is being nothing but gracious to the other team, yeah, that's not good for the other team. That's not good for the other team, right? So yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh to beat Green Bay, and there's nothing that would make me happier than to see Green Bay lose to their former quarterback, so they know what it's like to have to play Aaron Rodgers and lose to Aaron Rodgers. So yeah.
I don't know, man. Micah Parsons looked like he's woken up these past couple of games. He's been on fire a little bit, and in as much as Jordan Love has been, I don't know what's the word, just he's not been as spectacular as we expected him to be. He's thrown for 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, right? You said they're 4-1-1,
4-1, yeah,
right? And we're not impressed with the way they played, but they're 4-1-1. Whereas with the Steelers, they've been pretty impressive for the way that they've been playing at 4-2. If the Packers could start turning it around and start kind of hitting their stride, they're going to be dangerous because they got weapons all over the place. I think the Packers, they've shown that they can win when they're not at their best. And I think that's a good recipe for them to be able to go into Pittsburgh and steal a win. So I'm going to go with the Packers. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so Monday night game, only have one Monday night game. The Monday night game, this would have been a good game had Jaden Daniels been playing in the game. Washington Commanders are going to Arrowhead to play the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, and I wish Jaden Daniels was playing this game because it would have been, I would have went for the Commanders easily. Yes, yeah. This is NFC East. I would have even still, I would have went for the Commanders, but I can't pick the Commanders in this game. This is just, Taylor Swift is gonna get a catch or two, and Patrick Mahomes is just gonna continue down the path on what, and they got their receivers back, man. Of course, they don't have a running game, but look, I can't. The Commanders, they don't have anybody. Debo is out. Terry McLaurin is out. Jaden Daniels is out. And then you got Marcus Mariota? Yeah, it's not going to work. So this is a disappointing Monday night game. I know when the schedule came out, they didn't expect these injuries to be on here, but Commanders, there's no way the Commanders going to win this game. Kansas City Chiefs continue to roll.
I wonder how many times we're going to see Taylor Swift on the TV screen. The line is Kansas City by 11 and a half. If she's there, it's going to be at least 12 times. So that's the over. That's the over for that. I was saying to myself, okay, because Marcus Mariota did not impress when he came in. He tried to throw a Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes type pass last game, and that did not go well for him. Rolling left, fading left, and throwing right. And then I was looking to see, well, who's the third string, right? And that's Josh Johnson.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, no.
Yep. So
why?
I'm doing my best to try to find some semblance of a hope of a chance, but I can't find one. So yeah, I got Kansas City winning this one fairly easily against Washington.
It's a no-brainer, man. Chiefs. No Jaden Daniels. I don't think Mariota has impressed at any time he has played for any of the teams he has played for, let alone last week. But let me see. No, McLaurin has been practicing. Debo Samuels have been practicing. Von Miller. Sorry, I'm pausing here. But yeah, I'm still going to go with the Chiefs. Chiefs have just been they've been clicking, and they've been playing at a very high level the past couple of weeks. Rashee Rice is back, and you would think, okay, maybe it's going to take him some time to get acclimated. Nope, he came right in, scored 2 touchdowns. Catching no-look passes from Mahomes. They look like they haven't skipped a beat. The Chiefs don't have a running game. It don't matter. Mahomes is the running game. Mahomes is the offense. He's the everything. What running back? Why do we need a running back? Why? What for? So that being said, the Chiefs, I think they're gonna pull this one out. It's not going to be close. Mariota's going to do Mariota things, and it's not going to go well.
I'm going to put you guys on the spot here real quick, and maybe you have to think about it for a little bit. But I want to hear from both you guys, and maybe you may need to think about it, but it's okay. I want to know what your top 5 teams in the NFL are right now, because
top 5,
because I've seen people put Kansas City in the top 5, and it's kind of pissing me off because yes, they're getting healthy, right? And yes, Rashee Rice came back. But you're not top 5 yet, Kansas City. I mean, come on, man. They are 3-3. Okay? You won your last 2 games. You're getting back on the snide. But I don't consider you top 5 yet. There's teams out there that are 5-2. There's teams that are 6-1. There's a team that's 6-1. How can Kansas City, I've seen people rank Kansas City as high as number 2. You got to be kidding me. So I want to hear from you guys, like, who is your top 5 teams right now? So while you guys kind of putting that together, I'm gonna kind of go down a list of what I think are the top 5 teams right now. Okay. And I'm gonna look for myself too, because I think I need to let me look at this real quick, because this has been bothering me. Let's see here, because I want to hear what you guys got to say. Let's see here. Okay, top 5 teams. I'm gonna go with let's see. Number one right now, team. I think I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts as the number 1 team. Indianapolis Colts. I'm going number 1. Okay. Number 2, I think I'm going to put the Detroit Lions there. I'm gonna put the Detroit Lions there at number 2. Number 3. Let's see. Number three. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Number 3. I think I'm gonna go number 3. I gotta put my Eagles at number 3. I gotta put my Eagles. I gotta put them there. I gotta put my Eagles at number 3, man.
Why? Why? No, stop. What's the rationale?
Look, we beat some tough teams, man. We beat some tough teams. Tough teams. I mean, we had a two game losing streak, but we beat some tough teams. You know, that was a tough.
You also lost. You lost to the Giants.
Yeah. That was a fluke.
That was a fluke. 31-17 is a fluke. 34, to 17. That's a fluke.
That was one of those throwaway games. That's one of them you just throw out the way.
Games, okay. All right, finish.
Yeah. So, and then I'm gonna go with number 4. I am going to go with Lee. I gotta go with your Rams. There. And then number 5, it's a toss up between Seattle and New England. And Seattle is right there. New England is coming on, but I think I'm going to give it to Seattle. So my top 5, I got Indianapolis Colts, Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, Rams, and Seattle. That's who I got. I want to know what you guys, what y'all looking like, man. Tell me what y'all look.
You want me to go 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
However you want to do it. It's all good.
I'm going to start at 5 and work my way to number 1.
Okay, let's do it.
And this was spurred by where Kansas City falls, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So number 5, I got the LA Rams at number 5.
Okay.
I think Stafford's playing well. I think especially when that offense has their 2 receivers healthy, with that young, athletic, attacking defense. I think the Rams are a force to be reckoned with. At number 4, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. I would have them higher if they had more team cohesion. So I got to put them. I'm putting them where they are now, and I can justify the other stuff. Number 3, I have Indianapolis. I think they're I think they are the best balanced team in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a fluke. I think what they have travels. Now, I think whether it's legit to take it all the way to, end of January and February remains to be seen. But what I'm seeing right now, you got to take them legit.
Okay.
Quick question, Doc. Quick question.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Sure.
Do you think there is a better balanced team in the NFC?
I'm getting there. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Number 2, I got Tampa Bay.
I see where you're going.
Yeah. I think if Tampa Bay had their full cadre of weapons at wide receiver, it'd be really scary. But they are still winning games and winning games well. And Baker Mayfield's having an MVP type season. Right now at number 1, I got the Detroit Lions. I think Detroit Lions is the most balanced team in the league. I think their stuff travels. They got a good defense. They run the ball. When they run the ball, that quarterback will kill you with the passing game. And it is hard to make them one-dimensional to then have Goff have to beat you. And I think similarly with Indianapolis, we haven't had games where Jonathan Taylor gets suppressed and Daniel Jones has to carry the offense. But I just to make this for fun, I got Denver at 6 and I got KC at 7.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I don't think KC makes the top 5. I may revisit this in 4 weeks. Yeah, but right now, yes, that's my top 5.
All right, Lee.
But it's amazing. Both of you only got The only AFC team you guys have in the top 5 are the Colts. Interesting.
And I'm like, do I think I'm just NFC biased? And I don't think so. I'm not going to probably acknowledge my own bias, right? But no, I don't
NFC is
think
tough,
so.
man.
Because
NFC is tough.
I feel like the teams in the AFC that you would either put in that discussion either haven't done it and you're hoping they're going to get there over time, or they've just had holes and like multiple games where they just didn't show up. So yeah.
Boy, this is tough for me. This is tough. So I'll do what Doc did. I'll start at 5. Okay. 5, I'm going to go with the Bucks.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Bucks at 5. Only because Evans is going to be out for the rest of the season. They're not going to be at what I would consider them at full strength at all for the remainder of this year. So I'm going to have them at 5. 4, I'll put my Rams. I'll put my Rams at 4. Okay. At 3, man, wait. Hold on here. I got my Bucks. I got your Bucks. I got my Rams. This ain't going to work. This is not going to work. This ain't going to work.
Say what I think you were going to say. You give me word for a second.
This ain't going to work. No, so I'm glad you did this, Lynx, because now you have me.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, man, the Chiefs, they top 5. Okay. Number 3, the Lions in there too.
Make it make sense.
Why you do this, man? Why
make
you
it
do
make
it?
sense?
I can't make it make sense. I can't make this make sense. See, I need time to think about this, and you put me on the spot. Yep, right?
That's
you put me on the spot. So here's the thing: y'all played the Bucks, Lynx. Did y'all play the Bucks this season? Y'all beat them, right?
Yeah.
Take the Bucks out, number 5. Put the Eagles. Put the Rams at 5. Put the Eagles at 4. Rams 5. Eagles 4. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the Chiefs at 3.
What?
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
The Colts at 2.
There's some potential.
Right. This is subjective to me.
Okay.
Right. So
okay.
I don't know if did we have a criteria? Were we basing this off of record? Or are we basing this off of what we are seeing?
Yeah.
The most recent team, right? What we did last
in the future.
Yeah.
How are you going to do it?
Right. Well, I'm basing this off of what I've seen this season and how they are trending upwards of last week. Okay. So I got Chiefs 3, Colts 2, Lions 1.
Okay. Yeah. It's tough. So you don't have Seattle in there. I know they're in your division, but you don't have
It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. With them being in my division, I just think Seattle, they're playing really well against, well, I won't say bad teams. That's not the case, right? But I haven't seen Darnold play against a defense that has applied a lot of pressure on him yet. And I know what happens when you do apply pressure on Darnold. Until I see him exercise those demons, I can't put him in the top 5.
I think
he ain't played the Rams yet.
Not yet, right? Have they played? I don't know if they played. Let me look at their schedule real quick.
They played at San Fran and lost. They hosted San Fran, lost. At Pittsburgh,
right. See what I'm saying?
hosted New Orleans.
I got you.
At Arizona, lost to Tampa. At Jacksonville, and then.
So those are the 2 losses they had were against the 2 best defenses they played against.
San Fran and Tampa Bay.
Right. I can't put them in the top 5.
Can't put them in the top 5.
No.
I got you.
And I think with what I have compared to what Doc has, it's just the Bucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going based on what they've done up to this past week, and you're like basing on what you foresee them doing in the future. And then it's with Evans out. And Godwin out.
Right.
Yeah.
I just can't. This is how I think, and I might be wrong, but I just can't put a team that has the same record over another team who beat them. Eagles beat Tampa Bay, right? We got the same record. Eagles beat Tampa Bay. I can't, Doc. I know you have Tampa Bay at 2. That's too high, man. I know that's your list, but I just.
But that's why I had to take the Bucks out when I realized, because I forgot you guys beat them, and I'm like, yeah, I can't, right? But and it's not just because you beat them,
right.
it's a combination of a lot of different things, right?
Yeah,
You're looking at the record, but it's not just the record. You're looking at the head-to-head matchup, right? And then I'm also looking at, okay, what does it look like for them going forward the rest of the season?
yeah. And see, so I like this because it's we all got different, and that's what because when I look at what analysts online, on ESPN and these other when they're ranking, they just going off of popularity to me. When I look at it, they just going off of popularity. Like,
right.
I love this team, so I'm just gonna go put them up there. I'm trying to look at wins and losses, and just share like how the teams are doing. And all of us actually, when you look at the top, we got the Lions up there. All of us got the Lions up there, right? With and we got Indy in there. Lee, you don't have Indy in there.
No.
Yeah.
Colts number 2.
Yeah, you got them number 2. Yeah. So yeah, all of us got that. And so
the part about all this that's really bugging me, to be honest with you, I think the Bills need consideration as well.
The Bills are close.
Bills are
close. They hanging around 6, 7. They in that area. That's where the Bills are. The Bills are right there hanging on, but they're just not top 5 yet. They got to do a couple more things to get back in the top 5.
Lincoln and Lee, looking at the schedule and looking at Tampa Bay, and I still believe in, when I say believe in Tampa Bay, they won games just with Ibuka. So Evans being out doesn't faze me as much as it phases you guys.
I got you.
But even though it was a close loss, the Eagles were on the road and beat Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. So I am willing to shift my Tampa Bay to 4 and put the Eagles. Actually, I'll slide it. So Indy at 2, Philly at 3, Tampa Bay at 4.
Okay.
Because they've lost to Detroit and they've lost to the Eagles, right? But I still have Tampa Bay in my top 5.
Yeah, and you know what? And looking at my list now, and I had a little because I was doing it while I was talking to you guys. Looking at Seattle at 5, I was looking at Indy's record 6-1, and I thought that's where Seattle was. And when Lee, you said they lost both of their games to teams with defenses, I gotta kick Seattle out, and I'm gonna put the Bucs at 5. So that's what I would do. So yeah, I think we all around in the same page, except for them Chiefs though. Them Chiefs, man.
I can't quite put them there yet.
I can't mess with them just yet. I think the Chiefs. Okay, I think the Chiefs are rising. I think they're rising, but
Lynx, you watch any of those? You watch the last 2 games? Did you watch them?
I understand. Look, yes, they look good. Don't get me wrong. They look good. They look really good. They playing the Commanders, so that's not really who they playing after that. That's what. Let me
at Buffalo the next week, and then at Denver.
Okay, there we go.
And then they host Indy.
There we go.
That's the nice 3-game stretch.
Let's revisit this in 3 weeks. Let's revisit this in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And let's see where we at. That's what I want to see from Kansas City. Now, they beat all these teams before, and I know they're on the rise. They're getting fully healthy. They're fully healthy, and they're where they want to be. Let's see over the next 3 weeks where Kansas City is. That's really my main reason for doing this, because I think Kansas City's on the rise. I just didn't think they were there yet. So I want to see them play these 3 teams.
Who's your number 1 on your list?
I have Indy.
Who's your number 1 on your list, Don?
I got Detroit.
I got Detroit too. And don't forget, right? Didn't the Chiefs whoop up on the Lions?
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
30-17?
They did.
Right? So, I mean, they beat the Giants. Y'all couldn't beat the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, look, Eagles are their kryptonite, of course. So, of course, they lost to you guys. But I'm just saying, I think the way that they're built right now, and they're just getting stronger.
Yeah, they are. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah, we will
I
definitely.
don't. Yeah. When I say all jokes aside, I want to see that. I want to see Kansas City at Denver,
Yes.
and then I want to see. I want to see what Indianapolis does
That's me. Yes,
going to Arrowhead
yes. I definitely. I want
slash
to see those.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting. I want to see those. Now, if I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you right now, if they come in and they win these games, they go into number one. Because if they come in and they win these games, they go into number
Which
one.
games? Which games
The
specifically?
Colts and Denver. That's who I want to see.
And
Kansas
Buffalo.
City.
You
And
need to win 2 or
Buffalo.
3.
Yes, those
At
three games.
least 2 or 3. At least
Yeah.
2 or 3.
I want to see if they win on 3 of those games.
Because y'all making it sound like they ain't win no big games up until this point, though.
No, I know they win, but this is
They
another
lost to Jacksonville, though, dude. They lost to Jacksonville, man.
Yeah, they did.
They lost to Jacksonville.
Yeah. So I know
We
they
lost to the
healthy.
beat up Niners.
Don't get me wrong.
Eagles lost to the Giants.
No. Hey, you could
Right.
always find a reason why the team ain't as good.
Yeah.
Just find a reason to just. That's
Yeah.
why we play the 17 games.
Yeah.
So-
I want to see it. This was all purely based off of the Chiefs, but I definitely want to see over the next couple of weeks how this all shake out. I'm gonna keep a record of these lists here, and
You ain't got
and
to.
then just see how they shake up over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
See
All
what
right.
we look
I got it documented too.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, guys.
We
Enjoy
got
the
it.
games.
Yep.
See you next week.
Yeah. See y'all next week, man.